Is it white with red stripes or red with white stripes? I guess there isn't a right answer to this one here, but here at CNS, we do know everything there is to know about trucking. That is why they call us the compliance specialists. Even if you're busy this time of year, you can never be too busy for presents, right? Well, we have plenty of presents for you in this December edition of the CNS newsletter. And remember that anytime you have a question, just fill out the form in the description below, and one of our specialists can help you with whatever you need. All right, gift number one. You only get to open this if you travel through Connecticut. Connecticut has just imposed a new highway use tax. Connecticut will start having truckers that drive through their state pay a highway tax. This will start in January 2023, and actual filing will start in February. You will have to start staying on top of this, and I could say you'll get fined for not filing even 1 foot of driving distance, but I won't because that's really just not my gift to give. Now, if you're like Santa and you like to guzzle down milk and cookies after every client you visit, we have some good news. Milk or dairy products are exempt. We have a much more detailed video with Loopy Luke and Hotshot Mike explaining everything in detail. Check it out and enjoy the sweet, sweet gift to you. Now, onto the gift all of you truckers have to pay for. Besides a brand new highway use tax in Connecticut, there are more changes coming in 2023. 12 major ones to be exact. And you know what that means. Hit it, Toby. On the first day of compliance, the DOT gave to me a fine in an audit tree. On the second day of... all right. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that to you. There's no way I would put you through 12 days of compliance with me singing. We'll leave that for karaoke night. Some of the changes include the virtual SAP program ending, some drug and alcohol clearinghouse updates, and more updates on California's AB5 independent contractor law. The virtual SAP program ends on December 31st, and unfortunately, only Santa knows if this will come back on a permanent basis. The clearinghouse will be the sole source for employers to take an early Christmas peek at any drug and alcohol violations for future drivers. Another one is the update on the California AB5 law, which we have a full video on, so you can check that out in the link above. There are lots of other changes, so please check out the full article in the description below or any of the more detailed videos that we have on these subjects. If you have any questions, you can always fill out the form in the description below as well, and we would be happy to help you out. All right, some of you aren't getting a gift this year. 4,700 commercial motor vehicles were placed out of service during 2022's Brake Safety Week. Let me repeat that, 4,700. This is pretty crazy considering they warn you and even tell you what they will be focusing on. I just don't really even know what else to do, so I decided to do the next worst thing to telling your mom. Yeah, that's right, I told Santa. You know what that means. It's cold for all you 4,700 violators this year. I will put in a good word with the big guy if you guys reduce those violation numbers next year. Let's try to be proactive with our vehicle maintenance and safety. It really does help you, your business, and your employees in the long run. If you did fall into the group that received the violation, give us a call and make sure to ask about our DOT compliance programs. Another little gift for you. At this point, all drivers know about the CDL Clearinghouse. Well, it's been 3 years, and what does that mean? Well, 3 years is all it took to gather enough information to allow fleets to query new drivers without also having to call previous employers for their drug and alcohol information. I just wanted to make a very quick and important point about this. Even though employers are saving time by avoiding all the drug and alcohol calls to previous employers, they're still required to reach out for other driver qualification file history. You can check out the full article below, and if you have questions, of course, fill out the form below and we'll get in touch with you and answer any questions you have. The last compliance gift is more for the environment, but it's also just a heads up so you guys don't get fines. Many of you are probably unaware that you can be fined for idling your truck for too long. It will be different depending on the states, but they basically fall into a few categories. There are 0-minute idling states, 3-minute, and 5-minute idling states, and they all come with different fines. We have the full list of states and fines in the full article, so please check out that article in the links below. All right, here's more of a stocking stuffer for you guys. So, what's the difference between a broker and a bona fide agent? I'm glad you asked, because at a glance, some companies might not be able to tell you the difference. Most people do know what a broker is, but the FMCSA defines it in two ways. Most commonly, the definition is a person other than a motor carrier or an employee or agent of a motor carrier that, as a principal or agent, sells, offers for sale, negotiates for, or holds itself out by solicitation, advertisement, or otherwise as selling, providing, or arranging for transportation by motor carrier for compensation. With that said, there is something that the FMCSA wanted to clarify, and that is that handling money exchanged between shippers and motor carriers is a factor that strongly suggests the need for broker authority, but is not an absolute requirement for one to be considered a broker. So far, so good? Good, because it's about to get confusing. A bona fide agent is defined as persons who are part of the normal organization of a motor carrier and perform duties under the carrier's directions pursuant to a pre-existing agreement which provides for a continuing relationship, precluding the exercise of discretion on the part of the agent in allocating the traffic between the carrier and other. All right, now that I've dropped those definitions of both a broker and bona fide agent on you, you're on your own. Wait, what's that, Tiny Tim? Oh, you need a little more clarification. Okay, fine. It is the holidays, the best time to talk about insurance. So, the main thing you need to remember is that if your service allocates traffic between two motor carriers, you cannot be a bona fide agent. If you do have questions, which I'm guessing you might, give us a call or fill out the form below, and our insurance team will help you out. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm going to give them a call. Now, here's a gift for everybody. Maryland and Missouri have both legalized recreational marijuana use. Now, for Santa's little truckers, this is a no-brainer. You cannot use that plant. For everyone else that doesn't have a CDL, you might want to check your company handbook. As an employer, be sure to update your existing drug testing policies on use, possession, and testing, and let all your little worker elves know that your workshop has a zero flower policy, since it's still illegal on a federal level. Either way, you need to be transparent with your employees. You don't want your dedicated Google room to become a hot box room overnight. You smell that? It smells like that's the end. Well, I hope you enjoyed all the presents. I stuffed most of your stockings up with knowledge. As for you 4,700 Brake Safety Week violators, you know what we talked about. As always, feel free to give CNS a call, and we'll show you that this time of year is about forgiveness and compliance, of course. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, have a joyous Hanukkah, and enjoy the season. See you in 2023, where a certain CNS podcast lives. Happy New Year!